Okay, the chair will now entertain nominations for the office of State Representative in the 109th District. The chair recognizes Mike Safranek. Okay, so I'd like to place into nomination Jesy Fernandez. When I met Jesy back in November, I knew he was going to be the next generation of Republicans. He was smart, he was engaged, he was hungry. He probably, in the previous years, might have even been a Democrat, and then realized Republican Party was the wave of the future because of his hard work, his ethic. And when he asked me about getting involved, I said, listen. And I said the same thing to Eric. Be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. You're salt of the earth, like Eric is, like Jesy is. And this is what the next generation of Republicans are all about. We don't need pomp and circumstance. We don't need slickness. I want someone that's going to represent us, that lives next door, that's been next door. He's a former military serviceman. He's a small business owner. This is what Connecticut is all about. This is what the legislature intended when they wrote the Constitution 200, 300 years ago. For it to be the guy next door, not career politicians who stay there for 30, 40 years, and that's all they know, and that's all they do. This is the next generation for us. Jesy is the next generation. And I am proud to stand here. I am proud to place his name in nomination for the 109th District, and I think you're going to win this. And I think this is what we need to break the 109 from the Democrat control. The last person who had the 109 was Don Bowden. It's time to bring it back to the Republican Party. And I think with hard work that he will put in, we will do this. Thank you. Okay, second to nomination,
Jack Knapp.
the chair recognizes, Jack Knapp.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It truly is an honor to stand up here and second the nomination of Jesy Fernandez. Half of you are sitting out there, probably 2/3 of you are sitting out there, really not knowing who Jesy is. But what Jesy represents to us is the future of the Republican Party here in Danbury. He's young, he's articulate, he's got a small family, he's a small business owner, he's a hard-working individual. He's successful in his business world because of his hard work, and he's bringing that to us here. I'm glad to see Mike Henry's here. Mike Henry and I are out of the 3rd Ward. As you know, or you may not know, the 3rd Ward encompasses probably 2/3 of the 109th. Mike and I worked very hard in the last election. We were very successful because of our hard work. We've already committed to Jesy that we'll be there side by side to work with him, because you heard before that Don Boughton's the last one to hold that seat. We've had Democrats running that district forever. And what we're seeing is that this candidate that they're putting forward, don't get me wrong, he's a hard-working individual also. He's going to get out there and do his due diligence to win. He's from the 4th Ward. So they haven't run a candidate out of the 4th Ward in a long time. So the numbers are playing to help us here. There's a lot of things that are helping us here. The economy is helping us here because the mindset of the standard constituent is leaning more towards the way that we're thinking, the way that we've been guiding Danbury. And I'm proud to put Jesy's name forward because he's the type of individual that represents where we need to be. He's going to work hard. Mike and I are going to make sure that he does. Because we feel that we've got a chance to win this, and a better chance than we had in many, many years. I suffered a loss back in 2009 to Joe Tabersack. Our Conti's been carrying on since Joe Tabersack. So those are longtime Danbury names. We're throwing in a name that represents who we really want our city to know and understand with Jesy Fernandez. We've got Michelle Coelho. Who knew Michelle Coelho 2 years ago? But damn, you all know her now, don't you? Well, that's the way it's going to be with Jesy Fernandez too. He's a great candidate. He's a hard worker, and I'm sure right now he's a nervous wreck on what he's going to say when he comes up. But again, I formally place into nomination, second the nomination of Jesy Fernandez. Thank you.
Okay, are there any further nominations? Any further nominations? Any further nominations? Seeing no further nominations, I will entertain a motion that nominations be closed and that the secretary of the caucus be instructed to cast one single unanimous ballot on behalf of Jesy Fernandez. 109, 109, okay. Okay, any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jesy Fernandez. So you can put a face with the name. Thank God the AC came on. It was kind of hot back there.
Yeah, up here too.
You know, I've been here about 23 years going on, and these are my roots. My kids, you know, go to school here, and this is where I plan to stay for a long time. I was a former Democrat. You know, that's the way I voted for a long time. And then about 10 years ago, I started noticing that things didn't go line in line. I wasn't being represented the way I felt. So I decided to switch over, and so far I feel confident that, you know, the party that I support represents how I feel and what I believe in. And I think that's what we need. Right now, this presidency is a total failure across the board, and every day they do a good job at making sure that people see that. People that I know voted, you know, for the president, every day tell me how they know that they made a mistake. So going forward, I feel that with hard work, which is something I believe in, if you work hard at something and you believe it, you must listen to the people so that you can be a voice for them. So I think that's it. I'll keep it nice and short.
Okay. Thank you.